honor of what my cousin Ken said, it's a celebration of life. Buddhists believe that we need to celebrate and be happy so that his spirit can leave. Public speaking is considered one of the most difficult things you can do. But I needed to share how funny, amazing, and caring my uncle was. I had the honor of taking most of these pictures that you see in the video, and I'm going to talk about some of the stories. We're going to start with funny. When I was growing up, Hipp was obsessed with fishing. Like really, really obsessed with fishing. We're talking ridiculously early, pre-dawn hours in a cold and leaking inflatable boat with way too many people in the boat. But as Vietnamese know, the more the merrier, and it was cheaper to just use one boat. Hipp especially liked free labor, also known as little kids who could bait the fish hooks with worms and then could gut the fish. He loved teaching us and then laughing hysterically as we squirmed more than the worms and the fish did. Decades later, my husband Scott and I planned a Lake Powell houseboating trip. Of course, a houseboat size for 8 to 10 people should easily fit 27 Vietnamese family members on it. By then I knew the elders in the family could stay up all night gambling at the casinos, but I did not know that they could fish continuously for 24 hours. That's right, 24 hours of fishing and screaming in the dead of night, I caught a fish, and then frantically searching for more food coolers, buckets, and even toolboxes to store the prized fish. The other boaters in Lake Powell were either jealous or they were going to report us for noise violations. Because Vietnamese get very loud when we're excited or when we're just talking, but Hipp always remained very calm, almost scary calm. But he was so calm that even when he was winning the unofficial but fiercely competitive family fishing contest, he was still just so calm. Thanks to Hipp, we had the most freshest grilled fish ever for like months, because that's how much fish they caught. Now a story about how amazing he was. Because of Hipp's military background, he was exceptionally organized and scary punctual. When I was planning an Alaskan trip for the family, also known as 27 and counting now, of people, he was the only one who truly appreciated my endless list for packing and travel and sightseeing. And he actually followed them amazingly with happiness. For example, he was the only elder who hiked up an entire mountain to see a gigantic ice glacier because it was on my to-do list. And you'll see the pictures in the video. He even shared some of his impressive lists and tips with me because he was never late, unless he was traveling with family. And he never forgot his passport, Cousin Tim. And let's finally talk about Hipp's immense caring attitude. I was first in the entire family of now 32 plus people to marry a non-Vietnamese person. Yes, gasp. Compared to my aunts, Scott was like the equivalent of 2 Vietnamese in the boat. He was bigger. The elders expressed their unfound fears, misunderstandings, and resistance to our marriage, even though I had known Scott since we were 13 years old. Yes, gasp again. Go Hipp was the first elder to warmly accept my husband into the family. And once again, Go Hipp got free labor because Scott became his 24 hours computer technician, because Facebook never sleeps. So that's right, 24 hours of fishing, gambling, Facebooking, and caring about everyone, because he truly did. Go Hipp lived life to the fullest, and I know he wants all of us to remember that. And I'm forever grateful for his love and his kindness and his wonderful family. Thank you.